Hey everybody, it's me, Wally, back again, not fumbling around with the phone, dropping it on the floor. Another edition of Ask the Realtor live at lunch. How are you? Glad to have you along with us today. Hey, today, and we're going to keep the show right here on Wednesdays at noon, just so you know. I was taking a class and took the class on Monday. I thought it was every day, but it was only Monday, so we're good with that. Hey, Kenny and Tim, thanks for joining us. Matt Card, how are you? Today is all about home inspections, or mostly all about home inspections, plus it's going to be about whatever questions you may have, by the way. Of course, let me get the legal stuff out of the way. I am a New York State licensed associate real estate broker with ERA Decker Real Estate. We're up here in Whitney Point, New York. The office address is 2670 Main Street in Whitney Point. Our office phone number is 607-692-3665. We have to do that because we are part of the whole organization of realtors that have to do the whole New York State thing. So, hi, Tina. Tina, be safe, by the way. My friend Tina Shaw, I hope the hurricane and the waters stay right away from you guys down that way. It's called Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch today. So, well, it's not today, but Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch. Here's what we do. We ask or answer your questions. If we don't get to all of them during the show here, it's a half an hour long or thereabouts. We'll make sure that we answer every one of them. Hey, Andrew, how are you? Tina? Hanging out. Henry, my neighbor, thanks for joining us. So today's about home inspections and what can happen and what you should be doing on the whole issue. So as we started out last week, I think the only thing I got out was, so you've sold your home. What happens now? Well, basically, you haven't moved out yet. You can put it in the win column, check that off, that you've got an accepted offer on your house. You guys have all come to a meeting of the minds, agreed on the price. So what's next? The next thing is typically the home inspection. Now, most of the time, 99% of the time, the buyer for the house is going to want to have a home inspection of the brand new home. Hi, Cammie, how are you? Why? Well, when you go to buy a car, isn't it a used car? When you go to buy a used car, don't you want to take an uncle who's in the business of fixing cars with you? You want someone that knows. Like, if you know absolutely nothing about that car or about cars, you want somebody that's going to be able to go with you to say, hey, you know, it's a good buy. Or, you know what? Stay away from this one. Keep it at arm's length. Let's go find another car. It's kind of the same thing with a house. But, you know, it's a little bit different than having your uncle or your brother or whoever who's a carpenter go through the house. A licensed home inspector is trained to look for certain things and certain issues that may crop up that are usual, especially that are usual and customary in these homes. Now, the homeowners, a lot of times, that are selling the house, they're so afraid of having a home inspection come up and turn up anything wrong. Why? Because nobody wants to spend any more money. Everybody always says, hey, I'm selling my house as is. Too bad, that's it. Take it or leave it, whatever. It usually doesn't work out that way because there are usually issues that have to be negotiated back and forth. So don't freak out, home sellers, over your home inspection or getting one or having the issues. Let's walk through a few things that can happen. And by the way, you need to really be talking to your real estate professional. So if it's not me, you need to be talking to whomever it may be that's handling the listing of your home to talk about what's the best way to go about whatever it needs to be done. Okay? But I'm here to tell you these are some of the things that I want you to know about home inspections. So the home inspection. So home inspection turns up some issues. Now, did you think it was going to come back as a blank piece of paper? Oh, no, everything's good here. I'm going to tell you, a brand new house set up on the foundation, open up for the first time, you go get a home inspection, I'm going to tell you probably there's going to be an issue or two that's going to be there. Why? Because sometimes people don't do their things the right way or they do them a different way than what the home inspector would like them. It's just to say, hey, stop, hold it. Let's take a look at this issue. And are you good with it or not good with it? That's pretty much what it is. A home inspection is just a Carfax report of your house. Now, we did this from the buyer side before. What to look for when you're the buyer. So the buyer gets this and says, okay, here's this home inspection report, and it's about as thick as this. So what do I do? What happened? Oh my God, the house is going to fall down. It's going to burn down when I first move into the place. Probably not going to happen, just so you know. Again, you need to be talking about those issues with your real estate professional. Hi guys, how are you? It's called Ask the Realtor live at lunch today. By the way, if you have a question, type it into the comment bar right over there or down below if it's on your phone, and we'll be able to answer some of your questions on this thing. So it's all about home sellers. So home sellers, you've sold your house. Then you have a home inspection in the next 7 to 14 days or whatever. And you're waiting, and you're waiting, and you're waiting. And finally, your real estate professional says, well, we got the home inspection report from the buyers, and there's some issues we have to talk about. That's enough to make you want to go blow your mind and go, oh my gosh, it's a business decision. Okay, let's talk about this thing. Let's talk about the things that really need to be fixed and the things that may not have to be fixed right away. A home inspection, there's a whole bunch of different things that can happen. It's just another time. It's another second negotiations. Hopefully not, but usually it is. You've negotiated the price already. That's out of the way. That was your Maylocks moment. Now here comes the home inspections. That's the time when you really need that bottle of aspirin, because now you're going back and forth on sometimes piddly little stuff, sometimes not. So what happens? You get negotiating your process back and forth on the home inspection stuff. So they say you need to fix this, 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 or we're not buying your home. So what do you do then? Do you fix them all? Or do you say, sorry, go pound salt, we'll go find another buyer? Both are certainly options you have. Again, talk about it with your real estate professional. However, it's my expertise and experience that some of those things you can fix and some of those things you can push off and say, we're not going to fix these things. It's just like asking for the price of your house. Your house is listed here and they come in down here and you get offended because the price is too low. Oh my gosh, I'm not going to counteroffer. Always counteroffer, by the way. That's my advice. So you get them to come up a little bit, you come down a little bit, and you find a place to meet at. That's as simple as that. So the best thing to do with home inspection issues that you're negotiating is to keep a level head, because everything can be fixed. Back up, most everything can be fixed, 99% of it, and there's usually a solution to be able to get it done. So don't get angry, because it's a business decision. I know you've been living in your house for the last 45 years, and everything works perfectly fine for you. You don't care that the faucet drips because you don't hear it anymore. Why? Because you've lived there for 45 years. You don't even know it's there. It's like living next to the airport. A faucet, living next to the airport, exactly alike. You just get used to it. There are certain things that you get used to living with that you don't even think about because you've lived with it. Everything's been fine. Everything's worked perfectly, and you don't have to worry about it, and nothing's burned down. But now the buyers come in, oh my gosh, they're so picky. They want everything. Well, yeah, they do. And if I was representing you on the buyer side buying the same house, I'd be coming in trying to get everything that I could get fixed on this thing, especially the major issues. And that's the big thing. What are the major issues that need to be fixed? What are the things that you might think as a seller that you could fix relatively inexpensively? Especially if you got a big cushion in what you've got in the price of your house. It's about getting rid of your house. So let's keep our eye on the ball. We're talking about home inspection, by the way, everybody. So if you're a seller, keep your eye on the ball. What is the goal for you? The goal is to move. The goal is to get rid of your house. The goal is to go someplace sunny that doesn't have a hurricane coming, or maybe afterwards. That's your goal, is to sell your home. It's a business decision, because guess what? You have another one coming up on the home that you're looking to buy someplace else, potentially, right? Either you're downsizing, the home is too big, or you lost a loved one, so you need to sell it because you can't afford it, or you're just looking to relocate, you're looking to retire someplace, all those issues. So that's what you're saying. If you hang on to your house for another year, guess what? You got another year's worth of taxes. You got more heat to put in that, more electric putting in your house. Let's look at the dollars and cents here and what makes sense. So can we fix the issues? Am I going on too long? I probably am, right? So can we fix the issues with those home inspection? report issues. So do we fix everything in the home inspection report? Do we fix all of this? No, we don't have to do that. Usually what happens, if I'm representing you, is I say, okay, what are the things that your buyer wants us to take care of? Give me a list of those. This is what you should be. So pay attention, people. Pay attention to what I'm about to tell you when it comes to home inspection issues if you're a seller. So the buyer's agent says, hey, to your agent, yeah, they want this, they want this and this and this. There's a bunch of issues here. So you need to go back and say, what are the issues? What are the most important things? What is it that they need us to take care of? Give me a list. Give me an itemized list, and then give me those sections of the inspection report. Or I would ask for the whole inspection report. Why? Because I would. What's the worst they're going to say is no, but at least get the diagrams, get the pictures of the home inspection report. This is not a home inspection report, by the way. And to find out exactly what those issues, because I think if the inspection report comes back and says, hey, there's 3 lights that are not working, okay, which 3 lights? Where are they? What room? Are they in the basement? Are they in the garage? Where are they? I want to know. So you need to get that. So get your facts straight. Ask specifically what they need fixed, and ask specifically where those items are. Then you get those, and you talk it over with your real estate professional. At that point, what I would say probably is this, is you make a determination on, do you really want to have those things fixed? You need to get estimates, right? So that's what I would do. I would get estimates. So if you need those 3 lights fixed and you need an electrician, how do you find one? Well, you could certainly have your real estate professional jump on Facebook and type in that ISO, in search of electrician, good electrician. Or if your real estate professional really is worth their salt, they have them already in their phone. They know these people, their sphere of influence. They have got their electrician. If you need to find somebody to fix the plumbing, and heaven forbid if someone were to say to you, hey, Gladys, you need to go and find a plumber to do this. You can certainly do that, and I know a lot of people, because they don't want to, think that they're overstepping their bounds. They're real estate professional. Well, I don't want to be the one to provide a plumber, because what if that plumber doesn't do the job right, and then I get sued? I get all that, but you know what? It's up to you to talk to them. Hey, Gladys, do you need a plumber? Yeah, that's what it says in the inspection report. All right, let me call one. I've got one here on my phone. Maybe it's not a plumber. Maybe you just need a fix-it guy. Maybe you need a guy that can just do just a little bit of everything. General contractor? Yeah, maybe not. Maybe it's somebody that just does this all the time. You know people like that. They're a little less expensive. Are they insured? Yeah, most of the time they are. That's what you need to do. It's a business decision. Let's see how we can get these things fixed. Let's get them fixed for as little as we can, because we're paying money out of our own pocket, right? And let's make sure we get documentation that they have been fixed. So make sure that it's an actual person that has a letterhead, because you're going to be asked for that at closing. Nothing is insurmountable that cannot be fixed. Don't walk away from a deal just because you think it's going to cost too much money. If something's going to cost you $14,000 to fix, yeah, you have to think about it, how much margin you have there. But again, where are we at in the process, and what's the bottom line? What is it you're looking to do? Sell the house? What if they come back? What if your what if your buyers come back and say, you know what? We would rather do it ourselves, so let's ask for some money back at closing. So they come back, because that's another option, is a credit at closing. Are you guys following me here? Give me a call, 725-1446. Not right now, because I'm in the middle of the show. I can explain this all to you probably a little bit easier. But it's called Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch. We're doing inspection issues today. We're talking about that from the seller's point of view. Asking sellers, don't freak out when the inspection report comes your way. Why? Because it should be expected. You don't live in a brand new house. Even a brand new house is going to have inspection issues. So getting that credit. So what if you say, look, I just want a clean break. I want to get out of Dodge. I don't want to have to do any of the work. Can we just get on with it? Because this work that you're asking of us to do is going to cost us 15 grand, and I need to be someplace, and it's winter. They can't do it anyway. Things of that nature. All right. So what happens? They say, sure, give us $15,000 at closing, and we'll make it happen. We'll make the deal done. So your option is A, to give them the $15,000. Say, sure, why not? Whatever. We believe all your numbers. Or you ask them to go get estimates. That's what I would do. You can get your own estimate, make them do the work. They're asking for the money. So that could be what you could do. Say, yeah, that's great, Mr. Buyer, but you know what? You're saying that I need all this work done. Go get some estimates, and then go get your own estimate. Make sure that you have a realistic number, because sometimes people will come back with a request for a credit at closing to fix all these issues that you've talked about, when really they're asking for money to remodel the house when you leave. Does that ever happen? Sure. Especially when you get a request for $20,000 credit. This happened, by the way. I can tell you. A $20,000 credit at closing. Really? To fix some issues? Well, that wasn't going to happen. So really, they just really wanted to put new carpeting down and remodel the whole house. And at least that's what I'm thinking anyway. So my people didn't do it. They said, sorry, we didn't. And we walked around. We got another buyer. So there are things that can be fixed. So when they come back and say, we want a $15,000 credit at closing, can that be negotiated? Yes, it can be. Why? Because it's part of the deal. It's part of negotiating. Can they walk and say, yeah, well, we're not going to do it. We're going to walk away and go find another house? They sure can. Nothing's certain. But you know what? You don't know unless you ask. So if they're asking for $14,000 or $15,000 credit at closing because of whatever the issue may be, is it possible you can negotiate that money, that different, down? Yeah, it is. So try it. What's the worst it's going to do? They're going to try to walk away. You can always come back and say, well, you know, yeah, okay, I've changed my mind. I'll give you the $15,000. If you don't, what's your other option? Well, again, talk to your real estate professional. Your option basically is put the house back on the market and go get another buyer. Do you have to disclose the problems? You sure? Yeah, you do. You do. Not all of them. I mean, well, you have to disclose everything about the house. Is the inspection report available from the buyer for the next buyer? No, because that buyer paid for it. They get it. So you're not really allowed to shuttle it down the way to the next buyer unless the first one said, yeah, that's okay. And they usually don't do that, just so you know. So what is a credit at closing? Simply just this. It comes out of the proceeds. So you can say, hey, I'm not going to fix whatever it is. I'm not going to fix the well casing head thing. By the way, that's not really a thing. I'm not going to fix that, but you know what? As long as the bank, everybody's okay with it, why don't I give you like $4,000 at closing or $3,000 or $500 at closing to fix it? Sure, okay, we'll do it. Now, are the buyers required to fix that stuff afterwards? No. Can they pocket the money? Sure. Will you be mad about it? Why should you be? You're going to be in Florida. Move on, right? Move on to the next destination. So one of the things that bugs me about the whole home inspection thing, and it's not with buyers and sellers, sometimes it is, but most of the time, this is what really bothers me sometimes, is when I see things on Facebook by other realtors that put things out there in search of carpenter, in search of roofer, ISO plumber. Why? Because we do this all the time. We know these people. We got people in the business. When I'm standing in the house with my seller and she or he says, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? They said my roof has got 1 year left on it. What? I don't know anybody. And they start freaking out. You could give them the phone book, which is antiquated now. It's about that big. Or you can tell them, hey, go find a roofer on Facebook or go find a roofer up on the internet. Wouldn't it be so much nicer to say, look, I got this. Let me pull this out. I got these numbers here for you to call. Here's the first one. Here's the second one. Here's the third one. Let me do this. Let me text you their number. I'm going to call them first to let them know you'll be calling them and let them know what the whole scope of the problem is. And they'll come out here and give you a free estimate on it. And they'll probably do it in the next couple of days. Would that be okay? And my sellers put at ease at that point. They're like, yes, you're a real estate professional. You are like the Superman of real estate professionals. You've helped me. I can now sleep tonight without NyQuil. As a real estate professional, that's what you need. It's called your toolbox. Your toolbox is this thing, part of it anyway. So anyway, so what if you decide to go find another buyer? By the way, if you say I'm not going to fix all these home inspection issues, buyer, see you later, whatever, take it or leave it. And a lot of times they're going to go, man, sorry, see ya. We'll go find another deal, because now everybody's mad at everybody. Now no one's going to talk to each other, so they're gone. They're gone down the road. Why? Because they asked for something, you said no. They don't like people to say no to them, so they're like, sorry. They put up the wall, and they're heading down the road looking for another house. So what's the likelihood that you're going to find another buyer quick? You've heard the old adage, a bird in the hand is worth two in the bush. Yeah, it's always best to work with the person that you have here, or the people you have here. Try to figure it out. It's just trying to get people to come together on these things. I can't make my fingers touch. Get these people to come together on these things so that you can sell the house, they can buy the house, you can move on to your new destination, they can put their kids in the school they want to be at. Everybody's happy. People are carving pumpkins all over the southern tier. Why? Because they have a new house. They can do that. They love that. They love carving pumpkins. It's all about buying the house, solving the problem, right? So who do you call? Who do you call? Plumbers, electricians, roofers, general contractors, handymen, tree removal people, septic guys, surveyors, landscapers, lawn care people. All these people should be in here in your realtor's phone. By the way, that's not dirty. It's a tap, by the way, so you know. So your realtor should have a good handle on exactly who to call. They have guys. They have people, okay? One of the things I want to talk about before I leave here, thanks, Gary, for reminding me of that, a pre-listing inspection for your seller. Is it worth the money? I'm going to say yes, it is. They usually charge you a little bit less to be able to do that. And wouldn't it be a great idea to know exactly what's going on inside the walls of your house before you go and list it? So you get a head start on being able to fix those issues that someone's going to be pissed at down the road. People are going to freak out. The freak out factor, it's a real thing. Let me tell you, when buyers come up and they go, whoa, look at this, freak out time. That's the home inspection report, by the way. A pre-listing inspection is a good idea to get. I've run into several scenarios where there has been some mold in the house. Now, there's about 4 million different kinds of mold. So don't get afraid. It probably ain't going to kill you. At least that's what a mold guy told me. It ain't going to kill you. However, can it be fixed? It can. Can it be mitigated? Sure can. For a lot of money, I'm going to tell you, the difference between mold mitigation people are like night and day on what they charge. I don't know why it is. I've talked to some where the cost was like $1,500 to do whatever the job was. The same job was going to be $9,000 plus. And they put the ceiling $9,000 plus. So what's the difference? Why is it so much? I don't know, because it's all about elbow grease, I guess, and work. I don't know what that is, but you need to know that if you do have some mold in your house, wouldn't it be better to get to it beforehand, get it all eradicated before you go put the house on the market? Yeah, it sure would be. What if your electrical box isn't up to specs? Get it fixed, because you know what? Everybody ends up having a double tap breaker. What is it? I don't know, but the home inspectors find that every single time. Get a pre-listing inspection. Why? Because it's going to help you sell the house. And you know what? Wouldn't it be great to have it sitting right there on your table, so when people come by to look at the house, they know a little bit more about it? Is the house insulated? Does it leak on the roof? Does the electrical box look great? Man, if they're starting to look through all this stuff on the pre-listing thing, and they go, wow, this house is a pretty good buy because it looks like it's going to be solid, isn't that really worth the $300 or $400 or $500 up front? You're going to end up paying it at some point. Get the stuff fixed ahead. Gary, thanks for reminding me to do that. Pre-listing inspections, I am actually recommending them right now for all my people. Why? Because it's just going to help you. You know, and it's all about the people you have in your phone to be able to help you out to get these deals done. And it's all about getting the deal done. It's all about getting buyers and sellers to come together and agreeing that this is a good buy for everybody. So let's make it happen and let's move on. Let's not freak out. It's called Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch. Yes, if you want to know more about some of the things that we have listed, or you want to know more about some different areas of real estate, certainly you can join me on my Facebook site, which is right here, or Weslie VanVoorhis, a licensed New York State real estate associate broker. I also have a YouTube channel. Check it out. I got lots and lots and lots of how-to videos there on different things involving real estate. There's also some funny stuff there too, because that's who I am. So you got that going on. My website is called WallyGetsItDone.com. There's lots of blogs. There's actually links to some of the video stuff I've got there as well. If you want to find a house, if you're thinking about putting your house up for sale and you want to see what the neighbors' houses are listed at and what they're going for, recently sold, that kind of thing, you can find it all at my website, WallyGetsItDone.com. There's a reason why, by the way, I chose that phrase, Wally Gets It Done, because I am not going to give up on what it takes to get your house sold or to get you into that house, because there's always a way to try to make this work. And we talk about every single thing in the process to make sure everybody's on the same page, totally transparent, and to get it done. Where other realtors sometimes will go, sorry, I'm done, we can't make it happen, let's go on to the next one. I'm working hard to make sure that we get this deal done for you. That's what it's all about. Thanks, guys. Join me again next Wednesday for another edition of Ask the Realtor Live at Lunch. Peace out, Boy Scout.